Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the world of Linux and taking a close look at a distribution that's been generating quite a buzz, Feren OS. If you're tired of Windows bloat, looking for something lightweight, or just curious about some Linux ecosystems, you've come to the right place. Feren OS isn't just another Linux distro, it's designed with a clear focus on user-friendliness, a familiar interface for Windows users, and excellent performance, especially on older hardware. Let's explore its key features and see why it might be the perfect alternative for you. Feren OS comes packed with features that makes it a compelling choice. Here are some of the highlighted key features that makes Feren OS stand out. At its heart, Feren OS utilizes Cinema desktop environment. This is a significant advantage for Windows users because it offers a very similar layout with familiar start menu, taskbar, and system tray. This drastically reduces the learning curves and makes the transition incredibly smooth. You'll feel right at home. Feren OS comes with a fantastic selection of pre-installed software, so you can get productive right out of the box. This includes LibreOffice, a powerful and free office suite compatible with Microsoft Office formats. VLC Media Player, a versatile media player that handles virtually any video and audio formats. Mozilla Firefox, a popular and secure web browser. Timeshift, a system snapshot tool that allows you to easily restore your system to a previous working state. A lifesaver for testing new software and recovering from errors. Once this compatibility layer allows you to run some Windows applications on Linux. While not all Windows software will work perfectly, it opens up possibilities of running essential applications. This is a user-friendly graphical package manager that makes installing and updating software a breeze. You can browse through thousands of applications, from productivity tools to games, and install them with just a few clicks. It's similar to Microsoft Store, but with much wider selection of free and open source software. Feren OS includes a unique tool that allows you to easily install various web browsers like Google Chrome, Brave, and Opera with a single click. This is a convenient feature for users who prefer a specific browser. Feren OS is highly customizable. You can easily change themes, icons, fonts, and desktop layouts to personalize your experience and make it truly your own. Linux in general has excellent hardware support, and Feren OS is no exception. It typically works well with a wide range of hardware, including older devices. Now let's talk about why Feren OS is important, particularly for those with older or less powerful computers. Compared to modern version of Windows, Feren OS is significantly lighter on system resources. The Cinema desktop environment is designed to be efficient, consuming less RAM and CPU power. This translates to a snappier and more responsiveness experience on older hardware and that might struggle with Windows. Feren OS uses significantly less RAM and CPU even when performing basic tasks like web browsing. This makes a huge difference in responsiveness and older hardware. Boot times are also generally faster. Feren OS can breathe a new life into older laptops and desktops that might have become struggling or unusable with newer versions of Windows. By providing a modern and user-friendly operating system that doesn't demand excessive resources, it allows you to continue using your existing hardware for longer, saving your money and reducing the electronic waste. Linux distributions like Feren OS are generally considered more secure than Windows due to their open source nature, active community, and different architectural design. Updates are also typically more frequent and less intrusive. Unlike Windows, Feren OS doesn't force updates on you, giving you control over when and what gets installed. It also comes with pre-installed firmware that often slows down Windows systems. Let's break down some key differences between Feren OS and Windows. Feren OS and Windows differ significantly in several key aspects. Firstly, concerning costs. Feren OS stands out as a completely free and open source operating system, meaning you can use and distribute it without any licensing fees. In contrast, Windows typically requires purchasing a license, often bundled with new hardware. When it comes to resource usage, Feren OS generally exhibits a lighter footprint, making it particularly well suited for older and less powerful hardware. Its efficient design consumes less RAM and CPU power compared to Windows, which can be quite demanding, especially on older systems. Customization is another area where Feren OS offers distinct advantages. It provides users with a high degree of flexibility to personalize the look and feel of the system through various themes, icons, fonts, and desktop layouts. Windows, while offering some customization options, generally provides a more limited scope in this regard. Regarding software availability, both operating systems have their own strength. Feren OS benefits from a vast repository of free open source software, and this compatibility layer wine allows users to run Windows applications. Windows, on the other hand, boasts a wide range of commercially available software, particularly inserts in professional fields and gaming. In terms of security, Linux distributions like Feren OS are often considered more secure due to their open source nature, active community, and fundamental architectural differences. Windows historically has been more susceptible to malware and viruses. The approach to updates also differs. Feren OS provides user control updates that are generally less intrusive, allowing you to decide when and what to install. Windows updates, in contrast, can sometimes be forced and disruptive to the user workflow. Pre-installed applications philosophy also varies. Feren OS typically includes useful selection of software without unnecessary bloatware, aiming to provide a functional system out of the box. Windows often includes pre-installed applications, some of which might be considered bloatware and can impact the system performance. Finally, the learning curve for Windows users transitioning to Feren OS is often relatively low, thanks to its use of the Sudama desktop environment, which closely resembles the family of Windows interface. While Windows is familiar to many, its underlying complexity can still present a learning curve for certain tasks. While Windows has its strengths, particularly in terms of specific software community, especially in some professional fields and gaming, Feren OS offers a compelling alternative, especially if performance, control, and cost are major consideration. So what kind of hardware do you need to run Feren OS? Here are the general system requirements. Minimum requirements are 1GB or 2GB RAM recommended for smoother performance. A single core 1 GHz processor, dual core or higher CPU recommended, with a graphics card capable of 800x600 resolution and a 20 GB of free disk space. But 4 GB or more RAM is recommended for greater performance. A dual core 2 GHz processor or a higher CPU is recommended, and modern graphics card with digital memory and a 40 GB of free disk space is recommended. These requirements are quite modest, meaning Feren OS can run compatibility on many older machines that might struggling with the latest version of Windows. So there you have it, folks. A deep dive into the Feren OS. It's a fantastic Linux distribution that offers a familiar experience for Windows users. Excellent performance, especially on low-end hardware, and a world of features right out of the box. If you're looking for a change or want to give a new life to your older PC, I highly recommend giving Feren OS a try. You might be surprised at how well it runs. Have you ever tried Feren OS? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more Linux explorations and tech reviews. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.